Hello everyone, it's Dussehra Day here in 2021 and this is our first Dussehra in Mysuru. Now, a lot of you may know that Mysuru is really famous for its Dussehra because of the royal family of Mysore, the Wadiyars, and the traditions that the city still follows. So I was super excited to be celebrating my first Dussehra in Mysore. So I thought I'll make a video on how we are celebrating Dussehra in Mysuru. So a lot of our traditions are taken either from Udupi, Tulunadu, or even from Maharashtra because we spent many years or most of our years in Mumbai. So I'm going to start with what happened last evening. So we were working, yesterday was Thursday, and after work got done, we had decided that we will go out and get to see the city. Now the super interesting thing is that Mysore is lit up. So there's lighting all across the city in the days that lead up to Dussehra, the 9 nights or the 9 days or the 10 days, I'm not sure of the exact number. And every year about 50 kilometers of streets or roads in the city are lit up with beautiful decoration lights and many figures and figurines created out of lights as well. But this year they did it for 100 kilometers so as to bring some more festive cheer, because a lot of people are down because of the stuff that has happened over the last 2 years, that's COVID. And we actually walked for about 6 to 7 kilometers last night, and while walking, while enjoying the lights across the city, we also stumbled upon Bengali Association of Mysuru, their Dussehra celebration, their I think Navami night celebration. And so we went inside. We had some spent a good half an hour there, and then we walked towards the city. At one point I saw these figures of Ayyars, Iyengars, and the Saint Ramanujam. Then there was the Parliament of India, the circles, the roundabouts in the city were really decorated nicely. We also saw a lot of government buildings, railway buildings, which had been decorated with lights. All in all, a fun evening, but what's more important is what is going to happen today. Yeah, so it's been a busy morning in our household. So I started the morning with cleaning the cycles, cleaning a few things up, setting up the entire table. So all our laptops, our devices, Kindle, books, everything, I set them up on the table and started decorating them. Mom did some rangoli, so did Sarika. We are not good at it, but because we do it only 2 or 3 times in a year, but we did it nevertheless. And also our house help, we offered her something, also gave her reverence for all the work that she does for us. And so the house is clean, we've done some puja, we've worshipped our gods, said small prayers. I am personally not a very religious person, but I do believe in Hinduism. I think it has some fantastic rituals and a lot of things which give so much meaning to your life. So I love following these things. And I also did a small puja of our cycles, which I think are really close to my heart and very important, because I get to go to so many places, explore so many places here in Mysore, and of course even before that in Bombay and many other places. So to me, the cycles hold a special place in my heart. Sarika did the puja for the books and for the devices as well. And now we are getting ready to have breakfast. Now you must be wondering that all of these things are happening like super early in the morning. It must be like 9 in the morning. It is not. It's almost noon and we are having breakfast now, and we have to cook lunch after this. So you see that you know, when you're trying to do all of these things together, it takes time and things go awry, despite the fact that we tried to plan this really well yesterday. But nevertheless, it's a good experience. There's great vibes in the house, and we are really enjoying Dasara, our first Dasara here in Mysuru. ಹಬ್ಬದ ಹಾರ್ದಿಕ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. Like I was saying, it is now breakfast time at noon. Sarika is helping Tithi get ready, so it's just mom and me. We are going to have breakfast now, and Tithi and Sarika will join us later. And after that, we have to cook as well. I hope we are going to cook, and I'm going to show you what we are having. So there's idiyappam with coconut milk and tea. It's very simple. Idiyappam is from Kerala, and it's made out of rice flour, and there's coconut milk, which is of course out of coconut milk, out of coconut. So we are going to have that for breakfast, and that's how we are going to have our first meal on Dasara here in Mysuru. Okay then, I don't know if, I'm sure you can notice that my beard looks different, my haircut looks different, and the reason for that is that this video that I'm shooting now is after a few days from Dasara. So after I spoke to you a little bit about the breakfast that we were having and all that, then we got on to preparing lunch. So it was a family effort, like a team effort. All of us got together to, all of us got together to cook lunch that day. And after we had lunch, everybody was so tired, and you know, I mean, more than tired, I think everybody's stomachs were so full that we all went to sleep. And by the time we woke up, I think it was 5:30 or 6 in the evening. And after that, we didn't do anything special. We were just like hanging around at the house, in the park behind me right now, etc. So Dasara actually ended with a heavy lunch. So I'll tell you a little bit about what we did or what we had for lunch. It was super delicious, super interesting. So we, I think I cooked. What I cooked was it's called More Colombo. Basically a buttermilk based dish or a curd based dish, which Tamilians make. More Colombo, basically Colombo, I think, is when you have a sour, spicy kind of curry. So like you have sambar, which I think is could be slightly sweeter, bit on the milder side. Colombo is more sour and spicy. So I prepared that along with what they call Mangaluru Sautekai, or some kind of cucumber here in Mysuru. It comes from South Canada or the coastal areas of Karnataka, which is where I come from. So it's very popular vegetable there. But I made more Colombo out of it. So it was really nice. The tadka and everything else was a lot of fun. Sarika cooked what is a traditional Udupi or Mangalorean dish called Kadle Manoli. So Kadle Manoli is I think it's called Bengal gram or black gram, and Tenli, or that's what I know it as. I don't know what it is called in English. So along with that, the masala and a coconut kind of dry gravy, dry masala is what you make it with. So that was another dish that was cool. Mom took charge of making the dessert. So she had made Srikhand. She had sort of got the milk a couple of days before, buffalo's milk, and she had hung the curd in the bathroom, which Kiki was licking on. I mean, of course, the drops of whatever that liquid that drops down onto the floor, that's what she was licking on. And mom also made puris. So we had all of this together. We laid out banana leaves from our backyard, and then had lunch on the table together, and we had a lot of chit chat. It was good fun, and we really enjoyed our meal together. I really feel that when you're celebrating festivals, festivals are incomplete without great food, and this great food is complete only if you share it with family. So that's exactly what we did on Dasara. So it just like felt like a complete festival after a while, because last year on Dasara we didn't have, we had some people suffering from COVID in the family, so we couldn't really celebrate it. And this year we are in Mysore, in a new city, a city that we absolutely love, and all of us were together. By all of us, it's me, my mom, Sarika, my wife, Tithi, my cousin. So all of us were able to celebrate it together. We did in the following days after Dasara also go out on the bus, like, you know, there's a bus called Ambari, which is like a hop on hop off open roof bus, and it's become extremely popular. It became extremely popular during Dasara because of the ability to look at the illuminated city, you know, the lights that were the city was decorated with all across, about 100 kilometers of it. Of course, we didn't do the entire 100 kilometers. We did some of it on the bus. It was good fun with a lot of other, you know, young and old members, mostly from the city itself, mostly from Mysore itself, having fun, yelling at the crowds, waving at the crowds while they were going together, and, you know, watching the entire city illuminated, the palace, you know, KR Circle, so many other places that we keep walking or keep taking our vehicles, cycles or autos across. It was nice to be able to see all of these from a vantage point. So Sarika and I really enjoyed that, and it sort of added to the entire Dasara cheer. So we had seen the lights while walking, but seeing these lights on the bus was a different experience altogether as well. So we enjoyed all that. So all in all, Dasara in Mysore has been super fun. I'm looking forward to next year, because next year, hopefully, if COVID is not around, then it'll be a full-fledged Dasara with a lot of events, the Dasara exhibition, pujas, events in Srirangapatna on the banks of the river Kaveri. All of these things is something that I'm truly looking forward to. But I think what underlines every festival is being able to celebrate it with family, and that's what we did this Dasara, and that's why I'm really thankful to my lucky stars and for my family for being together, you know, being able to take pictures together, doing a lot of fun things together. So all in all, like I said, Dasara was fun. Hope you enjoyed this video. You'll see me in the next video pretty soon. If you have any questions about Mysore, about our lifestyle, what we are trying to do, about travel, budget travel, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I will definitely answer as soon as I can. And if you have any other video ideas, please feel free to share those with me as well in comments. I'll definitely evaluate them and try to make videos on topics of your interest. So that's it from me in this video. I'll see you in the next one pretty soon.